Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream. Today in this live stream, we are going to be playing some more Minecraft BagelMaster Builder. Now, for those of you who have not seen the previous 110 streams, I highly recommend checking them out. Last stream, we... let's see, we got the second floor level B of the dungeon. I think that's what I'm going to start calling it. The second floor level B of the dungeon completed. I might go back and make some changes to it to add, like, extra loot areas if I were to make this a functional dungeon. But for now, yeah, we got this entire bottom floor done, and we also got all the connection points done, because I decided to use my structure block, I decided to use a structure block and copy-paste it. And then I remembered that if you hold Control and the pick block button, then you get to store the data in it. So all I had to do was just place the block and then hit load, and then everything was good. So we were able to get something that I was fearing would take a lot of time done in, I think it was like 10-15 minutes. So that helps save so much time. So now, this stream, what we're going to be doing is working over here. I think I have an idea of what we're going to do. Wait, hold up. Okay, I had an idea, which was to make it to where you would have to go through the water that gives you the nausea effect. And it would be a maze in that, since this is... So basically, this dungeon is an endurance-themed dungeon. So these long hallways down here on this floor have lava parkours, and it's only 3-block jumps for all of them. However, if you die in the dungeon or fall into lava, you have to restart the entire dungeon. You get to keep all your items and everything. But if it's functional, you have to restart the entire dungeon. So you have to walk all the way back down to the third floor, or second floor, level B. Then do all the parkour again. Go through the hallway, all the parkour, and then you finally make it to here, which is a long enemy gauntlet. So that would take a lot of mental tolerance to be able to do it all, especially if you can't do it first try. Hello, CJ and Roseberry. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a great day so far. And also welcome, Kuna. Hope you've all had a great day. Can I try joining? I apologize, but basically, so people have asked to join before, and my answer is no. I need to find a better way of saying no. But anyways, the reason I say no is because... Oh, I don't have vibrant visuals on. The reason I say no is because I'm trying to focus on improving my building skills myself. And I only let, like, really trusted friends join, or, like, my sibling that lives here, help me test out some things. But otherwise, I try and make sure, like, no one really joins, because I can't really trust people. I mean, normally I would be very trusting. However, with how much effort I put into this, and I have no, like, backup of this world, if someone were to grief it, I would have no choice but to, have to, you know, fix whatever was griefed, or even start over completely, potentially. So, sorry, but I'm not allowing any viewers to join. However, if you attend enough streams, then maybe I will, let you join a copy of the world. I have been thinking about doing a stream on, like, doing a hide-and-seek tournament or something on my map. So I might do that, at some point as well. Anyways, let's see, So I was going to do a maze, where you have to go through water that would give you nausea. I need to turn on the fan. However, there is not enough room. Well, if I were to make the hallway go back to here... I don't want a short hallway, though. I made this hallway longer, that way I can go downwards, and it's more intimidating this way. So... Intimidation isn't necessary. So, I could... What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Is there any other thing I could do? I could do more lava parkour, however, we have a ton of that already. I could do a mob gauntlet, however, we have that at the end of the parkour. We've already done a maze, technically, as well. However, an entire dungeon is basically a maze, so, I mean... Is there anything... I also have to figure out if the water and nausea all works, so I should test that out first. Because if that doesn't work, then my whole plan can't be done anyways. Okay, it looks like that works. Okay, it very much works. What level... Regular nausea. Okay, I guess I don't... Ooh. I don't need wide hallways for this. Oh. Because fighting mobs with that, I thought it wasn't gonna be that bad. It would still be kind of bad. So... I think what I'll do is cut off this portion. So everything beyond this point will be destroyed. And then we can work on kind of a mini maze where you have to do that all with the nausea effect. Maybe I should have made the maze down below all in with nausea. Oh no, that'd be too cruel. And you're supposed to be fighting mobs in this area anyway, so like... Yeah, I think the maze down here is fine. Where's... There. Okay. So... Oh yeah, breaking this. This will take a second. I also thought about making, like, tiny parkour that you have to do in order to cross it. However, I don't know if I want to add that. So something I realized that I should try doing is making each of my dungeons, because I am having to build 2 more at some point, basically test your mental ability. Like, so the first one is more, I guess that the first one is just like a prequel, technically, to all the other dungeons, but mainly it focuses on getting lost and battling enemies. So this would test reaction time for, PvE, as well as memorization, so that way you know the areas you've been. This one tests your mental endurance, that way, because there's a lot of parkour you have to do, and then you have to do it boss gauntlet at the end, or not boss gauntlet, enemy gauntlet at the end, so you have to fight waves upon waves of enemies, and if you die any of those times, you have to reset all the way back up there, or up here somewhere, which would put a lot of mental strain or stress on a person. So, I wonder what other mental things I could do. Oh, I found the missing block I've been trying to figure out. No, wait, I'm still missing one. Oh, I didn't have the floor. Okay, so, now that that's done, how do I want to do this nausea maze? Do I want to make it a 3-block wide hallway kind of area? That way I don't have to follow any of my usual rules. Okay, yeah, that'd make things easier. So it's gonna look like this. Oops. Go up by 5. I don't need to make this too difficult of a maze, because if you're gonna be constantly having your screen spin, it's gonna be, well, nauseating to deal with. We'll have it branch out in 3 different directions. And then we'll see what happens from there. I guess we should just work on the floor first, that way we can map out the entire maze. So... Okay, so this way will be a dead end. That much I feel like should be the case. Well, maybe. I don't know. You can make it difficult at first, but then increasingly get easier, because I don't know the nausea effect. Easier because doesn't the nausea effect get worse over time? I mean, so it gets to a certain point and then just stays that way. Because, here, let me slash... Nope, that's not how you spell effect. There we go. So, it gets to... Just a warning for all the viewers, the screen will be a bit, nauseating to look at. This is about as bad as it gets with Nausea 1, I think. Right? It seems more zoomed in now, suddenly. Oh, that's cool. That's something I didn't notice with this effect. So the closer I get to the edge, the shorter it looks like it is. And then the further away I get, the longer it looks. Okay, that's cool. But yeah, you can tell it kind of stays at this one... It stays at this, like, it doesn't get worse than this, basically. Oh, I can see rain. That's interesting. Okay, now... Let's see. If it's gonna be like that, maybe I don't really need to make this a maze. Maybe I just make this an insanely long hallway that people just have to suffer through. You know what? Let's just do that. Let's not even have this a maze. We'll just have it as a very long hallway of suffering. Or no. Right now it feels weird. Okay, so I have an idea. It kind of will be a maze still, but it won't be. We'll have it go the same distance in all 3 hallways, and then only one of the ways you can actually go through. Oh, hello, Quite the Odd Fellow and Bagel Boy. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a great day so far. Okay, I think I've decided on what this should be. This is gonna be such a mentally challenging portion of the dungeon, which I am kinda excited for. It's like a warning to the challengers ahead. What is a warning? The nausea? Oh yeah, and to block off the thing, we'll use barrier blocks. Because otherwise, I don't know how I can prevent people from going this way. Or like, because they would see glass kind of easily. The long hallway? Oh, yeah. It's gonna be such a painful thing. So, for those of you who do not know, I'm building this as if it's a Minecraft server hub. That way, if I ever want to make a Minecraft server in the future, I already have at least one step of that path done. Is that the right word? Sure. Anyways, so the dungeon, I might make the dungeons functional in the future if I make this into a Minecraft server. If I don't, then it'll probably just be really good for hide and seek and things. And even if I were to make this a server, there's no guarantee that I would actually try and make this all functional. However, I am designing everything as if it is a server hub and as if it will become functional in the future. I feel like my screen is still spinning, which I think is awesome. It's gonna make... Oh, because they have to go all the way back through the water anyways. And if they go down the wrong path on the first try, it's gonna get worse over time. Oh no. I can't wait to have my friends go through this. Oops. And if I were to do hide and seek on this map at some point, somehow, then I can't wait to see how, like, who would torture themselves and go to this area specifically to hide from. Well, I guess it would have to be me, since I'm constantly streaming my location. Unless I do it not on a stream, that's also an option. Anyways. Oh yeah, so the 2 rooms, or 2 pathways, will be... I guess we'll do these 2, right? Do people typically go right first, or they go left first? I guess it doesn't matter. I guess this area will also be kind of claustrophobic compared to the rest of the dungeons. Well, I guess that depends on what I want my... I'm wanting to make a deep dark dungeon, because I feel like that'd be awesome. So that one might also be very just dark and claustrophobic. Oh, so that one... So the mental... Over there is mainly reaction time and memorization of the layout you've been through. This is mental endurance, as well as reaction time, because there is an enemy gauntlet. And then the deep dark would be fear-based. Oh, that sounds very fun. I realize now that I'm just making dungeons to mentally torture people, which, when I think of it that way, it makes it less fun. No, I'll think of it as it's a chance to help people strengthen their mental abilities. I'll think of it that way. I don't know why, but I still feel like the screen is twirling and things, which... I don't know. I think I've repeated this, like, twice already. Anyways, oh yeah, so this is dead end, that's dead end. Cool. Oh, it's gonna be so dark if I don't put some sort of light in here. Well, actually... I could just leave it dark and then the end all be bright. I don't know. Let's see. Where is... I need... Yes, these here. And that way, I can leave the hallways all dark, except for the very end. I think that would be good looking. Potentially. We'll have to... Oops. We'll have to check that out before I decide. So let's see. We'll put, like, here. I realized I should probably turn up the brightness. So let's see. Okay. Nausea warning, look away if you do not want to potentially get sick. Okay, so this is what it'll look like. I mean, that's not too bad. I forget, you can't really sprint, because if there's water, it's gonna be quite annoying. Okay, and then okay. Then you have to go back and forth if you find the wrong way. Okay, you all can look again if you're looking away. So, now that that's done... Yeah. This is gonna be a very bland room, I think. Is that me just being lazy? It might be just me being lazy. But at the same time, the hallways are very bland, so I don't know. And the thing about seeing the chest head-on is that it will get some people to go dead ahead and try and get the chest that way. But then again, if I were to make it to where the dead ahead way is the correct way to go, the people who would normally be smarter and not go straight forward would actually be torturing themselves without realizing it, which there's so many ways you can think about this stuff. So, like, I don't know. The corners of the room seem bright enough. So now, all we need is water. We might actually finish up the dungeon today, which was not in my, how do people say stuff? It was not in my cards for today. Uh-oh. Okay, that looks fine now. Oh no, oh no. I didn't realize it would all have particle effects. This is gonna be so much worse than I thought it was gonna be. Oh no. Oh no. Here, let's see what it looks like going down this way. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, well. This is gonna be worse. Hopefully I don't crash my game. I thought if there were going to be particle effects, it would only happen, you know, every now and then, not constantly. And on every single block. Okay. Before I do anything more, I'm going to make a duplicate of the world. Delete copy. Okay, that is the copy. Whew. It'd be terrible if I deleted the actual thing. Okay. So now we have this. This nightmare. Oh, I got rid of my... Interesting, I don't get nausea in this water, so apparently it has to be connected to a source block. Now it kind of looks like eyes. You know what? To make the room ever so slightly fancier, now that that's all done, we can actually start working on the challenge pathway. Which, now that I think about it, there's still supposed to be a whole other dungeon right over here. Like, these dungeons are going to be very close to each other. Yeah, so this is the entrance to the other one. There's going to be a staircase down. Who knows how far. Maybe to probably about here. And then we're going to have to figure out how to make it go in all the directions. It's either this one or that one that's going to be the... deep dark dungeon. I don't know which it will be, but it's gonna be one of them. Okay, anyways. I am missing 2 items. What are they? Ah. Okay, so I discovered a design that I can do for this hallway. I learned, or created it when I was trying to figure out why the hallways weren't lined up correctly or mirrored correctly. So, yeah, I figured it out. Oh, I was gonna go downwards, however, this is here. And if I were to make this functional dungeon, maybe the dungeons won't be functional at all. Because I have these boss doors that won't go anywhere. Well, I guess I could just teleport them to another world that is entirely dedicated to the boss, or just another area in general. So, I mean... yeah, it'll be fine. Let's go downwards. Can't go downwards, though, when I have this. I think we'll only go down as much as the dungeon hallway. Or boss door, I mean. And 3 more blocks, I think. No, just 1 more. Right? Yeah. Cool. So, basically, I guess we'll just make this a really long hallway. Probably to about here. Yeah, that seems good. We'll actually shorten it to here. Yeah. Not too long and gives us plenty of room to make a gauntlet area. It might end up being longer than this due to the fact that I don't know if I measured out things correctly. Okay, let me restate that. I didn't measure the hallway at all, and it needs to be an even number. So... and it has to be divisible by 3. Yeah. So, I don't know if this is too long or too short. I mean, too short, I guess, because if it's too, if it doesn't match up, I'm just gonna make it longer. Probably. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyways. We're gonna do something a bit different. We're gonna keep it this height. No. This height. Yes. I realize I cannot build the walls yet, because the walls is like the key detail. The things that make it fancy, or this room fancy, is the walls themselves. Oh yeah, this room is actually going to be a lot wider than it is. Or slightly wider? Something like that. Okay, goes up this far. Cool. I don't remember the design completely. I am doing this completely off of memory. But I think, from what I can remember, it's going to be a pretty good design. You need to remember, it needs to be 3 block gaps and 3 in length. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll shorten it. No, we'll extend it. There we go. This might be the faster way of doing it. Cool. Now we'll copy-paste the same thing. Okay, now that that's done, all of these will be built up to the height, all the inner ones, and then all the outer ones will, well, you guys will see in a couple of minutes. It will take a bit to get there, but we can do this, hopefully, maybe, potentially. Actually, now that I think about it, probably it's faster to go up and down with placing. Oh yeah, it's so much faster to go up and down. We still have to do archways and all this stuff I haven't even talked about yet. I think we did the design of this. I don't know if it's the exact design, but a similar design, at the very least, of this. So I mentioned I came up with it while trying to figure out those connection points, because I have the entire second floor, level B mirrored. Oh, no, level A and B mirrored, apparently, now that I think about it. So, when it didn't match up, I was just trying to find a different hallway design that I could make that would make it pretty much mirrored. And this is basically the design I came up with. I think, yeah, this should work, maybe? I'm not 100% positive. I do remember that putting lights on the ceiling did make it look a lot better, so we will be doing that. Honestly, if it looks better on the outside of this area, like if it looked like space or something, I'd probably just leave it as is. Honestly, that would look so cool looking. Or that would be so cool looking. It looks cool as is. However, I don't want people to be exposed to the, what is it? The bones of the map? Is that even a saying? I don't even know if that's a saying. If it's not, then I guess I invented one. So, anyways. I don't know if... On one hand, this looks awesome. Like, it looks really cool to me. And if it was space, it would look even more cool. However, since I can't do a space effect, I kind of am stuck doing this. Yeah, we'll make the hallway go one down for these tunnels, I think. I think that will look best. Hopefully. Yeah, it'll look best. Oh, wait, no, these need to go out by one. Yeah. I just messed up. Did I do the other side yet? I don't think... No, I did. I very much did. I also need to do the ceiling. I forgot about that. So basically, this is gonna be what it looks like. Oh, no, wait. Okay, so I was right. I'm just building it out too far. There we go. Yeah, that's right. I think. Okay, it keeps looking like that one block is mirrored. It looks like that one block is the opposite of what it is. I'm glad I didn't do the other side yet. Okay, might as well just do the floor of all these, because I know I will get all these right. Cool. Okay. Now that that's done, I can focus on doing the stairs. Okay, now I guess we'll do the loops and then the light. Loops and light. I guess I could have done space if oh, I really could have. So what I could have done is just built really, or like, I don't know, 10, 20, maybe 30 blocks out around this entire thing, and then used the... There are two different ways I could do it. One would be the fog effect with candles or something, or it was maps or something. I saw Green use it. The other option would be just to use the skulk, because that already looks like space. However, there's no reason to add space into this dungeon. I mean, I guess technically, so this is a tomb-themed dungeon, but like based kinda loosely off of an Egyptian tomb. Very loosely. But people believe that aliens helped or built the pyramids. So I could just I could use that as an excuse to build some space elements in this build. I'm not going to, but it would be cool. Okay, we are getting so close to getting this cool hallway for the challenge area done. We still have a couple more steps to go. First off being covering the visible, or the edges where you're able to see out into the world with blocks. Then the second part would be doing the ceiling lights, I'd say. And then the arches. Because the arches made this place feel very, very cool, I think. Nice. Okay, let's see what it looks like so far on the inside. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so now... Hold up. How bright is it? Still pretty bright. So, now we'll do the ceiling lights. Yeah, we can do the ceiling lights. And then... we'll do the arches. I don't remember how I did the arches completely. I think I have a general idea. Okay, I think I remember now. But we'll save that for after we do all the ceiling lights. I mean, it's close to how the other hallways are. Nah, I'm not gonna do this portion. Actually, I won't do that either. I want to keep it somewhat similar to how it's supposed to look compared to all the other hallways. So I'm not gonna do that area yet. Okay, it's starting to look even better now. But now, it's time for the arches. Now, I can't remember if I used the cinnabar, the polished cinnabar. I think I used the polished Yeah, I'm pretty sure I used the polished cinnabar. So I need more cinnabar. Where? There. Nope. There we go. Is that how it looked? Pretty sure. Was it down further? I don't think it was down further. I want to believe it's down further, but I don't think it was. Yeah, I don't think it was. I think that's the right height. Very hard to do this, because you have to be, like, aiming at the corner very very directly. Okay, very fancy hallway. I like it a lot. If I were to do... I am curious now, though. Does that look better? I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I don't want to go overboard on detail, but at the same time, this is a, like, challenge area, so, like... Hello, Kate. Welcome to the stream. Hope you've had a great day so far. Currently, we are working on our challenge run hallway area. Trying to figure out if I want to detail the pillars with more, with chiseled cinnabar instead of just all the cinnabar bricks. I think the cinnabar bricks are the best. Just leaving them as is, but I feel like we're missing something. And I don't know what. Okay, well... Maybe something like this? You're just playing a Minecraft an hour ago? That's cool. What were you doing in Minecraft? Survival, creative, working on house or something? Okay, I think, do we want to do that as well? Yes. No. No. I mean, I guess it doesn't look terrible. So, I'll just use that. I'm trying to figure out a way to light up the stairs while also adding more decoration to this area. Creative, playing with a friend and role-playing? That's fun. It's been a long time since I've actually role-played with any of my friends, now that I think about it. I need to start, like, a server or something for me and my friends that I might also, like, stream on or something. That would be fun. Really good with building, too? Nice. You made a forest once? What kind of forest? I guess that's the best I can do for now. Yeah, well. Two, three, four. Just be easier to pick block everything. A spruce forest, a tree house in it. Make my own house designs. That's fun. If you have Discord, I have a Discord server. And if you're interested, you can post some of the stuff that you've made into the... what is it? I removed the art area, so that way people will use other chats. Hold on, now I have to actually look at my own Discord server. The builders section. Used to talk about projects and show what you're working on, such as art, Minecraft builds, etc. So yeah, if you have Discord, you can upload some screenshots there. Oops, there we go. It looks like a giant eye at the end of this hallway. If I can get you on a different platform. The only platform I have is just YouTube and Discord. So, I mean, I guess technically there is this feature that I've been seeing where you can make posts on YouTube to certain creators or certain communities. So you could upload screenshots there if I have that enabled. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I do. But that's an area. I don't plan on getting things like Facebook or Twitter and all that. I mean, maybe I'll get Twitter, or what other things are there to do giveaways on? I don't know. Something like that to do giveaways, but I am not wanting to get any other social media platform. YouTube is enough because I have Shorts, which TikTok, I mean, no reason for TikTok then. And then long-form videos. That's all I really need. Then posts, I can just use Discord, and I don't look at posts all that much anyways. So, yeah. Okay, so I think the hallway's good. Just need to work on a gauntlet arena kind of thing. So, what about a number? I don't have a phone number, sorry. I had one, then the, company we were using or something like that doubled the bill, and then now I lost the phone number. Anyways, that's a story for another day. So, let's see, it's 6:16. I'll be right back. I'm going to use the restroom. And then, once I return, we will start working on the challenge run enemy gauntlet area. So, I'll be right back. Okay, I have a turn. Ow. Oh, I forgot to put on a jukebox. I usually do that whenever I leave in Minecraft. Okay. Now what was I doing? Oh, yeah. Enemy gauntlet. So... basically, giant circle, fancy room. That's pretty much all that's necessary. 2... Hopefully this isn't too big, as I don't want it to get too close to that. Might get a little close. Okay, so that's 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1. Okay, this is not going to be a great circle, I now realize. But it'll be better than nothing. Wait, did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Wait. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1. Cool. This is gonna be a very big arena now that I'm looking at it. I don't know if we'll have... It's gonna be very close, and this dungeon's gonna get in the way of this dungeon that's gonna be over here. I guess I could go lower with the dungeon. I could definitely go a lot lower. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's 3. That's 4. This needs to be 5. Maybe it will be a good circle. And nope, that will not be a good circle. Anyways, so that's 5. 1, 2, 7, and then 5. What do we put in this room in order to decorate it? I did a giant tree in the last one, in the last challenge run gauntlet area. I could do like a fountain, maybe a lava fountain? Lava parkour, maybe? Lava parkour might work. I don't understand how circles are possible in Minecraft. Well, from what I've learned from teaching myself circles and things, it's that, well, with building using squares, technically the circles that you see on computers and all that aren't actually circles. They're just squares that are small enough to make circles look like a circle. That's why you'll sometimes see, like, fuzz and everything around objects, because of the square's light bleeding into the other squares. So this needs to be 4. Cool. Wait, that's done, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Okay, arena shape done. Let's find the center, I guess. That is the center. 1 block off. Okay, so this is the center. How do we want to do this? Now let's make that bigger. So basically, we're just going to have lava everywhere. That way, mobs can hit you into the lava. And the lava in this area won't kill you instantly if I make this functional. But it will be very dangerous because of all the mobs that would be in here if I make this a functional dungeon. It needs to be 3. Okay, cool. Nice. It will be useful for parkouring away from mobs. So that will be the nice thing about the lava. Okay. So we have this. I'll just do that to mark the center. Now, how do we want to do the rest of this? I guess technically I could just copy and paste. So 3. Wait, so this is 3. Is this a 2? No, it's a 3. Okay, all these are 3s. Cool. So this needs to be a 4 at minimal. And then... okay. And it's 2 on the inside, correct? Yes. So... Wait, that means this is too far? Yeah. Wait. There we go. Okay, this is starting to work. Barely. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute, this needs to be a 4. So 1 block out further. 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is gonna be very difficult to do with the limited space I have. I was thinking that I had plenty of space. However, I miscalculated. Alright. Okay, apparently we got that right very quickly. Wait a minute. This side's a 2, the other side's a 3. What did I miscalculate? Oh, this is... Okay, so I need to build that there. Build 2 there. 3, 3. That's 1 right here. Yes, sirree. Okay, cool. Now, I think I'm starting to understand. Very nice. And we can just leave this corner untouched, but we can do circles here still. So it needs to be 4. Nice. Now we mirror. Oh, cool. Did we do it on both sides already? I need to do 1 more. There we go. Now it kind of looks like a squid alien, or octopus alien kind of thing, standing on 2 of its 6 limbs. Okay, now it's just this side I have to do. Very nice. Now we have a central area, a central area, pathways, and 4 corner area things. If I wanted to, could I do lava? It would be tight. It'd be very tight. Do I want to, is the question. Well, first off, let me map out the area. That way, if I do decide to, I have the walls already done, partially. That way I can at least remember what the outline is supposed to be. Oh yeah, I don't think I ever finished the thought of I don't understand how circles are possible in Minecraft. I remember explaining how they work on a computer screen, that they're actually made out of circles, and that's how I learned how to make circles, kinda. How does one explain? Basically, you start out with a line, and then depending on how long that line is, you have to do a line that's like a quarter of the size, maybe, and then depending on how much more curve you want, you need to... So, like, it's kind of how I started it, where it's one long line and then a shorter line that's kind of like a quarter of the size. Then, depending on how sharp the corner needs to be, like, if I want this to be more circular, I would turn this 3 into a 2, and then keep it as, so it'd be 4, 2, 2, and then copy on this side, and then connect it with just 1x1 bits. And that would make... Here, let me see if I can do it. So, 2, 2... Since I'm missing a block, do that, and then 2, 2. A lot more circular. But then again, if you do too much, then, or too little technically, then it will become more of a octagon. Okay, let's try this. I wanna have this more circular. 3, 4. You know what? Let's do it. I think this will be good. Okay. You know what? Not a bad arena. A little misshapen, but I think it will work. So I need potent sulfur and lava now. I realize that building with night vision off will probably make things slightly easier, because that way we don't keep getting, what was it called again? Flashbang? Yeah, flashbang. Every time we look at the lava. Because anytime you look at a bright source with the night vision effect, makes it really hard to see suddenly. Or at least a lot harder. Okay, cool. One circle done. I know it would be easier if I were to just use a command to lay out the whole underside of this with potent sulfur. However, I'm trying to use commands as little as possible during this project, because for one, I'll feel more connected to the world. Two, I'm trying to work on my building skills, not my command skills. I have used commands for quite a few things on the map, but for the most part, this entire map that I've made is made only using my hands. And by hands, I mean... well, I guess it is technically still my hands. My character's hands? Yeah. It will be easier with this. Yeah, I think it'll be fine with this on, I guess. So... once we're done with the lava, our next step is to make this room as intimidating as possible, while sticking to the theme. Because if I wanted to make it really intimidating, I'd have chains and, like, cages everywhere. Actually... I could technically do that, it just, it'd be more of a actual dungeon, like a prison. And it would kinda make sense. Because, if anything, when I think about it now, this seems like a hallway to, like, a prison. Like, you want a long hallway that way you can block off all the escapees if they were to escape. And then, it wouldn't make sense, though, for the rest of it to be a tomb. Which, I don't know. I guess it doesn't technically matter all that much. But at the same time, I like sticking as close as I can to a theme. So I can either go a little bit more off theme, because there's definitely not lava in regular tombs. Or I can try and find a way to stay a little bit more on theme with the theme that we're doing. I don't know. We'll see. This room... So I was thinking that down there would be the longest challenge, or... enemy gauntlet in the dungeon. However, if this is a challenge run, this technically has to be a lot longer of a gauntlet. Okay, you know what? I think I'm gonna end the stream after I finish doing all the lava. Because we've gotten a lot done. It is currently 6:47 where I'm at. And if I were to do the rest of this room, I'd assume it would probably take, with having to do decorations and everything that I still have yet to design, probably, at the very least, another 30 minutes. So, okay, very least would be like 20 minutes, but I would say probably close to 30 minutes. So, because I still don't know how tall I'm doing the room and all this stuff. So, I think I'm going to end the stream here. And next stream, we'll finish this enemy gauntlet room, as well as do the chest room / prize room. So, yeah. We got a lot done. Got a hallway of torture done. We got this whole challenge hallway done, as well as this platform here. So yeah, very fun. Lots of work done. And I'd like to say, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and comment which kind of stream you'd like to see me do next. Also, if you'd like to play with me or other members of the Bagel Army, please join my Discord server, links in the description. And without further ado, have a bageler day. Bye, guys.